Hello everybody and welcome to Overclocked. Alright, it's September, so that must mean one thing. We've got new Apple products. Apple came out last week and they announced 3 new phones. But on Friday, we're going to have 2 products launched here in the UAE. That includes the iPhone XS and the iPhone XS Max, which we have here today to give you a little bit of demonstration and give you sort of an initial feel of what the new iPhone is like. This is a nice phone. It's much bigger than the previous iPhone X. For example, we've brought a bunch of other phones into the studio today, including an old iPhone 8 Plus. Now the phones are almost the same size, but you'll notice the XS Max has much bigger screen than the Plus. A lot of people are asking whether or not this phone is better than the iPhone X, which was launched last year. Well, yes, Apple always does this after it launches a big product. A year later, they get back to us with more software, more processors, more speed. And the XS and the XS Max both fall into that category. These have new processors, these have better screens. Obviously, the XS Max is a lot bigger than the old X. And of course, you always have the new software. Apple will be launching iOS 12, which is already out if you want it, and it'll be on the new phone. The iPhone XS starts for $4,299. But if you're looking at this one, which is the XS Max, this is selling for 6,129 dirhams here in the UAE. So it's one of the most expensive phones on the market. Is it worth it? Well, the added screen certainly makes it a very competitive model against the other smartphones that are out there. And of course, the added processors and speed make this a really nice thing. It also has a bunch of upgraded camera facilities, including the ability to take all kinds of portrait shots, which you can do all kinds of lighting effects and even blur out the background like this was a DSLR. Does this do a whole lot extra versus the X? Well, not really. The XS models are an upgrade, so they do have a lot of new components, but don't expect it to do anything new. There's no big jump like there was last year in terms of facial recognition or anything else. Most of the features have been enhanced, but there's really no new features. You'll notice the notch is still here. Apple, of course, isn't going to get rid of that. This is a sensor that they put in a year ago with the new launch of the iPhone X, and that has a lot of sensors that allows it to work in the dark. You can read your facial expressions and even record your facial expressions if you want to have talking emojis. So that's our first impression. It's a pretty impressive new phone. It may not do a whole lot more than the old one, but it does it better and faster than the previous ones, and this is still one of the premium phones on the market today. Now we're going to do some more testing with it over the next few weeks and try everything from the new camera to the new augmented reality features, which are also on this phone, and we'll come back with a bigger review to let you know what we think. So for now, I'm Scott Shuey, and this is Overclocked. Thank you for watching.